Welcome to Portsmouth International Port. This is a short induction for contractors and visitors and people who work within the port. In this video, we aim to show you some of the hazards you may encounter and how to stay safe on site. Your safety and the safety of our customers, visitors and employees are our #1 priority. When working at the port, remember you are responsible for your own health and safety and for the health and safety of others. Remember the basics: slips, strips and falls, watch your step, ensure you follow correct lifting procedures and always wear the correct personal protective equipment. Please refrain from smoking in view of our passengers. Use designated smoking areas. Please observe instructions by traffic marshals and Port Authority employees and obey all traffic signs. Your vehicle pass should always be on prominent display. All national traffic driving laws apply within the port. Police are on site and will enforce the law, including the use of phones and drink driving. Use service roads where available. Turn on your flashing hazard lights when driving inside the restricted areas. This sets you apart from vehicles boarding ships. Where fitted, flashing roof lights should be used instead of hazard lights. There is a 20 mph speed limit inside the port. Link spans that allow vehicles to board ships have a 5 mph limit. If you do not adhere to the speed limits, you could be removed from the site. Radar speed checks are carried out by the Port Authority. Pedestrians have a right of way within the port. Walkways are marked like zebra crossings, but do not always have Belisha orange light beacons. Give way to pedestrians and slow down when driving close to them. Please be aware of traffic routes and lanes for joining ferries. If in doubt, then give way. Marshals may direct you when to cross traffic lanes. Obey their instructions. To reduce risk around the water, you must wear a life jacket if working within a metre from unguarded link span ends. Yellow hatched line areas are present on some key edges, which indicate the danger areas around mooring lines. Stay clear of the key edge if you don't need to be there. Key edge chains and fences are fitted wherever practical. Life buoys and recovery poles are positioned around the quays. Ladders are positioned around the quays for self-recovery. If you see someone fall into the water, you should call port control and inform them of the location. They will send assistance and also arrange an ambulance and a float support. If you fall into the water, shout for help or sound the whistle on your life jacket until help arrives. If you are able to, climb out of the water using the ladders. Keep clear of key edge areas when the ships are arriving or departing. Liaise with the berthing master for access to the key edge and link spans, following any personal protective equipment instructions. The port maintains a UK customs restricted area and serves as the border to the United Kingdom. Passes must be visible at all times whilst within the restricted area, including vehicle passes. Visitor passes must be returned upon leaving the restricted area. Suitable photographic ID is required to enter the restricted area. Passport and driving licenses are acceptable. Items of baggage or equipment must not be left unattended at any time. If you see anything suspicious, report it immediately to the security supervisor, port control or any member of port staff. Be on the lookout for colleagues in areas where they should not be, people you do not recognise, someone taking pictures or making notes, colleagues with extremist views or changes in their behaviour. Remember the port safe rule. People can be the weak link, so observe what is going on around you. Security is your responsibility. Contact Crime Stoppers if you sense something is not right. Fast action can save lives so that you can enjoy a safe working environment. You, your equipment, personal effects, and your vehicle may be searched upon entering within or exiting the restricted area. Failure to agree to a search will result in you being denied access to the port and the matter referred to the appropriate authorities. There is a mobile device policy within the port. No person is to use mobile phones or other portable devices whilst walking or driving within the restricted area. Where your job requires use of a mobile device, such as conducting trailer checks or rounds, this should be fully risk assessed and you should still be stopped when using it. If you need to use a mobile device, however, stop at a safe location and not in areas that may endanger you through traffic movement. Always be aware of your surroundings and approaching hazards. headphones and in-ear devices should be removed when walking or driving within the port. Portsmouth International Port maintains standards for environmental management. You have a responsibility on site to take care of the environment. You should remove all your waste from the port unless you have an agreement with the port that it can be disposed of within our own waste system. When removing waste from the site, it is your responsibility to have a waste carrier's license and maintain appropriate records. Under no circumstances should any liquid discharge be made to the port drainage system. Even if uncontaminated water requires disposal, permission must be granted from the Port Authority. Please observe good environmental practices. Ensure taps are turned off after use to avoid wastage. Switch off lights and other devices when not required to save energy. The port maintains a drug and alcohol policy. Contractors and visitors are expected to comply with the port's policy. Any person suspected of being under the influence of drugs or alcohol will be removed from the site. Advanced liaison with the Port Authority is required before any work is carried out on site. All relevant paperwork must be completed in advance and approved by the port prior to arrival. Work must be conducted under a safe system of work. High-hazard operations need an on-site permit to work before work can commence. At the liaison stage with the Port Authority, your contact should have informed you if you need this authorization. If in doubt, ask. Work sites must be left in a safe and clean condition on completion of work and when left unattended. All contractors must be suitably trained, experienced and competent to perform their contracted tasks. Any equipment used on site must be fully compliant with relevant legislation and subject to an inspection regime. Asbestos is present on site. Contractors should seek additional advice before commencing work. Toilet and washing facilities are available within the terminal and the restricted area. Dining options are also available in the terminal. In the event of an emergency or any other incident, inform Port Control on the number below to raise the alarm. Port Control will then organise for emergency services to attend the port and can dispatch first aiders, oil spill response team and emergency services if required. If you call 999 for an emergency within the port, ensure you inform Port Control as quickly as possible in order for staff to send the emergency services to the correct location. Please help us keep Portsmouth International Port safe, secure and environmentally responsible. Stay safe, and if you see anything that doesn't look right, please report it. If there is something you do not understand or would like details from, again, please liaise with the Port Authority. Thank you for your attention.